This is the wrap up for the live market open on February 15th. It's Monday. Happy Monday. Markets are very, very happy indeed. We've seen China catching up and falling just a bit because markets fell a lot last week. But in general, Asian markets are moving higher. European markets are moving higher. Today, the United States is closed due to President's Day. No bond market activity, no stock market activity. But it's a light holiday. More talk about OPEC doing something, but I must say that does not really move oil prices. It's more the better mood. And there are headlines over the weekend around the EU referendum in the UK, worries that Cameron will not have enough support. But we had bad data this morning from Asia, and it was ignored by markets. So we had the Japanese economy contracting. Once again, if we have another quarter like this, it's a recession. Nevertheless, contraction worse than expected of 0.4 was ignored. Chinese trade balance missed on imports and exports. It could be skewed by the new year, but still not so good news. Okay, let's get back to what we had on Friday. We had most data was negative, apart from US retail sales, which came out much better than expected. On all fronts, they beat on all the various core figures, and they were accompanied with upwards revisions. Also good news. Okay, and the old continent, we had sort of mediocre GDP figures and weak industrial output figures, and that didn't move much markets today. We have on the agenda, we'll hear about that and other stuff from Mario Draghi, the president of the ECB. He testifies starting from 2 GMT in the European Parliament, and now he has a better chance of saying something even more dovish. Why? First of all, it's easier to hit the euro when it's down than when it's moving up. It's harder to work contra trend. And he has more support for more action from the German central bank, something he didn't have until last week. Okay. Also today, later on the agenda, we have, for those of you trading in New Zealand and Australia, retail sales in New Zealand. These are quarterly figures. They have more impact. And then inflation expectations. Also, they complete a gap because inflation is released only once per quarter in New Zealand. And we have the RBA meeting minutes. We had a very balanced rate statement in February. Now we'll get the meeting minutes. Let's see if it rocks the boat just a bit. Let's look at charts. Better mood means falling euro dollar, and we're seeing it also during the show. Fall below 112, nearly 200 pips already from the highs seen last week. The mood began improving on Friday morning, is continued into the afternoon, and is now in full force today. Okay, same thing for the Japanese yen. We also had some kind of intervention. This kind of spike here is an intervention in the Japanese yen to weaken it by the authorities in Tokyo. Also this morning, a stronger dollar yen, weaker Japanese yen, better mood in markets. 114.25, 115.25 are lines of resistance. Support is at 111. Euro dollar, I didn't mention levels to watch. I would say 110.70 is very strong support. 113.75 is strong resistance. Okay, but we have a lot of movement in between. Pound dollar, a bit worried about the headlines, so it sort of bounced, not really taking advantage of the positive mood. Support 144.50, resistance 146.50. Further support 143.65 and 142.30. Dollar CAD, well, bouncing a bit from their strong support there at 137.87. Further support 137.20. Resistance, strong resistance at 140. Okay, better oil prices support the Canadian dollar. Australian dollar 71.44 at the moment, resistance 72.20. 71.40 turns into weak support, much stronger support at the round number of 70. Okay, also enjoys better mood in markets. Remember, despite the fact that we learned that China imports less stuff, and that means less stuff from Australia. Kiwi dollar has quite a well-defined range, 65.80 to 67, currently in the higher end of this range. Also higher on the day, enjoying the better mood in markets. Okay, so I guess that's it for today. Is the chat working? Jax asks. I think so. Anyway, I hope you guys have been. Don't know why you guys have been quiet. It's not usual, but anyway, I did all the talking. Anyway, wish everybody a safe and successful trading day today. These are the events. Relatively quiet, but Draghi. Let's make it bold here, because Draghi has the ability to move markets. Okay, so again, wish everybody success. Volatility remains relatively high, and we'll be here tomorrow to cover what happened and what will happen tomorrow, which is going to be a busier day. Okay, so that's it for today. Thank you and goodbye.